What is going on, guys? Welcome to another Cocos2D tutorial, and in this tutorial what we're going to be covering is collidable areas. But before I address that, let me talk about something. I got a couple comments in the last video I posted, and whenever you guys saw the dude move around on the screen, you were saying, alright, it would be a lot cooler if it looked like the guy was walking instead of, just hopping from tile to tile. So what I'm going to do is, when we finish all the basics for this game, I'm going to teach you guys about animation in Cocos2D, and you can have different frames to make it look like the guy is actually walking from tile to tile instead of just hopping from tile to tile, and make it look like a better game and make it funner for the user. But for now, I just want to cover the core the core programming, and then we can get into the advanced intricate stuff. But we don't even know what animation is in Cocos2D yet, so we'll just leave that alone for now. So, like I said, what I'm going to be covering in this tutorial is collidable areas on the map. For example, our dude was able to hop into these trees, and he was able to hop on the fence and on the mountains. But when we're programming a game, and if you ever played a game like Pokemon or Zelda, there are some areas of the map that your character just can't go. These areas are off limits. So what we want to do is set these areas to collidable, so your guy just can't walk right through them. He's going to have to bump into them, walk around them, do something else, but just be able to walk right through them. Because, if you can walk through anything, what's the point of having a map? So let's go ahead and do that right now. How we do this is, the easiest way is just to add a new tile layer, not tire layer. So go ahead and press layer, add tile layer, and then just go ahead and, sticking with our two-letter convention, let's just name it ST. And make sure you have that layer selected, and then go to map, new tile set. And what I did is, well, for the name you can just put like special tiles. And I went ahead and I downloaded this one off the internet, open, and make sure your margin and spacing set to 1:1. And I'll post this in the link below so you guys can download it too and work with me from this tutorial. But what this is someone made this, and it's pretty much this: a red block with partial transparency and a green block with partial transparency. And they made this so you can just paint over any image that you want the person to collide with, and it's a lot easier way. It's a way that you can visually see on your map when you're developing the game what areas you want the dude to be able to collide with. So enough of me talking, let's just go ahead and do that. So go ahead and select that red block. Ugh, it's going to turn blue. Did my voice just crack? That's kind of embarrassing. Alright, so select that, it turns blue, but we know it's still red. And hit your stamp tool right here, and now paint any areas that you want your dude to collide with. And as you can see, since this has partial transparency, you're still going to be able to see the underlying image, but you clearly know, since it's painted red, that this dude is not going to be able to walk right through this part of the map. So I'm not going to want him to be able to walk through the mountains or the fence, and I'm also going to want him to be able to bump into the trees. Not going to be able to walk through that. So go ahead and paint all of these red. There we go. Again, he's probably going to be able to walk through a patch of flowers and the grass and obviously the path. So only paint the things red that you want him to have to bump into, just like that. So now what we need to do in our program is say, alright, these red tiles, we need to give them a property. So whenever we're writing this in code, we need to be able to identify these tiles. So here's how we do this. In your tile set right here, go ahead and right click this red tile and click tile properties, just like this. And now we want to give this a property, and you can name it whatever you want. Just name it collidable, and give it a value of true, not try, true, just like that. So this is the part in our code that we're going to be able to identify these different tiles. What we're going to be doing is saying, alright, there's some tiles and they have a property of collidable. If that's equal to true, then don't let the dude move there. So, that's a little preview of what we're going to be doing. But for now, make sure everything's spelled right. Alright, looks good. And click OK. And now what we have to do is File, Save, and now go ahead and quit tiled. And now what we need to do is actually import this in our Xcode project. So go ahead, open Xcode, open RPG, just like this. Alright, so now, again, if you didn't know, that was named Bucky's map. So now what I'm going to do is delete this old one and also move it to your trash. It's very important actually. Now import this new updated one, resources just like this, and go ahead and copy this and add. And you also need to import this tile set right here. Copy, add, looks good. So now let me make sure. Alright, this all looks good right here. Again, this might have a different path. If it is, just change it to your main, no path at all, just straight file name .ping. But anyways, now that everything should be updated, oh, another thing you're going to need to do, and trust me, you need to do this or it's going to mess up. Highlight your main project right here and click Build, Clean All Targets, and Clean. And now it says Clean Succeeded. What this means pretty much is even though you imported your new map, it might have like the old map in memory. So whenever you build your project and things aren't working, you're like, alright, I imported my new map, everything should be refreshed. It doesn't work that way. You're going to have to clean everything, and then once it rebuilds, it gets all the new stuff. So that's another thing you might want to look out for. But now that we have our map updated and imported and we have everything cleaned, we're ready to begin typing some code. But I'm actually going to do that in the next tutorial since there's a lot of code we have to cover and not that much time in this video. So for now, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you got your map set up how you want it, and then you're ready to move on to the next tutorial. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out my forum, and don't forget to buy my iPhone games. They're pretty cool. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Had to throw in a plug there somewhere. So yeah, see you guys later.